Hi, and welcome back to Davis Sports Report and our 2025 March Madness Women's Bracket Breakdown. Today we are diving into the path to the Final Four of the number one seed of each bracket. But before we get started, if you're new to the channel or have not yet subscribed, please consider doing so to help us grow the channel and turn on the notification bell to be updated as we drop new content. Also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Okay, let's get started. In the Spokane 1 region, UCLA enters as the number one seed for that bracket and the number one overall seed for the tournament, reflecting their dominant season. In the round of 32, UCLA faces Georgia Tech, a team that started the season with a remarkable 15-0 record. However, the Yellow Jackets' momentum was disrupted when standout freshman Dani Carnegie suffered a leg injury, and she hasn't returned to her early season form. That being said, UCLA should have no problem advancing to the Sweet 16. UCLA is projected to meet Ole Miss, who we anticipate UCLA will overcome to advance to the Elite Eight. The Elite Eight could present a significant challenge for the Bruins, with a potential matchup against either LSU or NC State. NC State has been peaking at the right time, but guard Isaiah James have been playing through injuries, which might impact their performance. Also, LSU convincingly defeated NC State 82-65 earlier this season. Players Flau'jae Johnson and Anissa Morrow were sidelined due to injuries. They are rested and expected to return at full strength for the tournament. A potential UCLA-LSU matchup in the Elite Eight is ripe for an upset. While LSU Lauren Bett has a height advantage over Anissa Morrow, LSU's dynamic guard trio of Flau'jae Johnson, Michaela Williams, and Kaylin Gilbert could be a difference maker. Despite the potential for an upset, we are predicting UCLA to edge out and secure a spot in the Final Four. In the Birmingham region, South Carolina's path to the Final Four appears to be favorable. Their initial rounds include matchups against Tennessee Tech and either Indiana or Utah. The bottom half of the bracket featured teams like Duke, Vanderbilt, and North Carolina. A particularly intriguing potential matchup is between the freshman sensations Toby Fournier and Michaela Blakes. We anticipate Duke emerging victoriously in that clash, subsequently defeating North Carolina and falling to South Carolina in the Elite Eight. Given South Carolina's depth, experience, and coaching, South Carolina is our pick to advance to the Final Four. In the Spokane region, UCLA, led by standout guard Juju Watkins, is expected to cruise through the first two rounds. The Sweet 16 could present challenges, potentially facing Kansas State, who benefits from the return of Aoki Lee from injury, bolstering their lineup alongside Serena Sindel. Alternatively, Kentucky, with sharpshooter Georgia Amoore, poses a threat if their three-point shooting is on point. However, the real test for USC looms in the Elite Eight, where a rematch against UConn is anticipated. UConn should have very little resistance dispatching Oklahoma and the other opponents in their brackets and making a deep run. With AZ Fudd returning to form, showcasing her three-point prowess, the versatile Sarah Strong, the emerging Yana El-Alfi, and a motivated Paige Beckers, UConn's depth and experience might be too overwhelming for USC. We are predicting UConn to pull off the upset and advance to the Final Four. Birmingham, Texas, the number one seed, is expected to face challenges starting in Sweet 16 with a potential matchup against Ohio State or Tennessee. Both teams have struggled recently, which could pave the way for Texas to advance to the Elite Eight. In the Elite Eight, they will encounter either Notre Dame or the Cinderella story of the tournament, TCU. TCU is projected to make it through the initial rounds, but could face difficulties against Notre Dame, a team they beat earlier in the season. The Fighting Irish does seem to have a tendency to play down to their competition, and a potential matchup against Michigan shouldn't be taken lightly. However, with Maddie Westbelt back in the line, Notre Dame's interior presence is fortified. Notre Dame's regular season victory over Texas achieved with just 6 players in overtime showcased their resilience. With a full roster and a heightened motivation, we are predicting Notre Dame to get by TCU and upset Texas and secure a Final Four berth. Let's recap our Final Four. UCLA, despite potential challenges, their depth and talent should see them through to their first ever Final Four appearance. South Carolina, a favorable path and championship pedigree make them a strong contender, not only for Final Four, but to repeat as NCAA champions. UConn, with key players returning to form and a history of tournament success, they are poised to make a deep run. Notre Dame, their resilience and ability to rise to the occasion against top team make them our dark horse pick. As the tournament unfolds, these predictions will be put to the test. But you can challenge me now. What do you think of these predictions for our Final Four? Let me know if you agree with me or if this is just hogwash. Let me know why, though. Don't just say it's nonsense. Let me know why. Also, if you have not yet joined our March Madness 2025 Bracket Challenge, go to our channel, watch that video. It's an instructional video of how to join. We would love to have you join our Bracket Challenge. And there's a prize up for grabs. It could be you. But back to March Madness, which is known for its unpredictability, and we are excited to see how the drama plays out on the court. Stay tuned for more updates. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video.